The fifth story is about earthworms. They live beneath the roots of the little apple tree. They busily crawl through the soil, digging countless tunnels, loosening the earth, and supplying the little apple tree with essential nutrients. Earthworms love to wriggle around in the soil. They bend and twist, then stretch and arch their bodies. Earthworms are almost like little acrobats. Every now and then, they show themselves at the surface. When it rains, the soil soaks up water and the tunnels get flooded. They slip out onto the meadow. There, they check to see if the little apple tree is thriving. In places where the soil is compacted and roots can barely penetrate the earth, they loosen the surface. Sometimes the little worms throw a party after a heavy rain. As the sun draws moisture from the ground with its rays, fog rises. In the wisps of fog, the earthworms can barely see each other. Time and again, the earthworm father checks in. "Is everyone still here? Munchkin, say something." Munchkin is the youngest member of the family, almost still a baby. Although he's still a tiny little thing, he roams around fearlessly and sometimes strays too far from the others. It's unthinkable what would happen if something were to happen to him. Only when its tiny voice rings out, "I'm here," and the earthworm father has a rough idea of where Munchkin is tucked away in a cloud of mist, does he feel reassured. The earthworms hold their party in the mist for a reason. Time and again, Krexus sneaks up on them. Krexus, the common toad. For Krexus, earthworms are a feast. But the veils of fog protect the earthworms. They enjoy their party and come up with games. For example, wave splashing. In this game, the competitors wriggle in puddles and make waves. The one whose wave splashes the farthest over the edge of the puddle wins. Once, Munchkin found himself in the greatest danger. After a heavy rain, the earthworms invented a flower game. The rain had dislodged numerous petals. The colorful petals bobbed on a puddle beneath the little apple tree. The earthworms wriggled in the puddle until the petals stuck to them. Then they slithered onto an old tree trunk lying next to the little apple tree. The worms twisted and curled their bodies into funny earthworm figures. They were real little works of art. The winner would be whoever created the funniest flower figure. The worms performed the most incredible contortions. Munchkin wanted to conjure up a jumping figure. The little one bounced impetuously into the air and bounced back roughly onto the old tree trunk. Ouch! That hurt. Then the little one spotted a large, moss-covered rock by the pond in the meadow. The moss cushioned the rock. "What a wonderfully soft surface for my jumping figure!" Munchkin cheered, sliding off the tree trunk and gliding toward the pond. In doing so, he didn't notice that he was leaving the protective cloud of mist. After a while, the earthworm father noticed that Munchkin was missing. "Where are you?" he called out worriedly. No answer. "Munchkin!" he shouted again. This time Munchkin answered, "I'm here." This woke Krexus. The toad had been sleeping under a root. She immediately perked up, spotted Munchkin, and rejoiced. "Tender earthworm meat!" The earthworm father worried. "Munchkin is way too far away. Besides, the fog is slowly clearing. We have to look for him." Right away, the whole earthworm family set off and found Munchkin after just a few moments. Horrified, they watched as Krexus hopped toward the pond. Someone had to help. Can you guess who? Theo Inkblot recognized the danger. Dandelion blossoms, which had shone bright yellow for a long time in the spring, had now turned into dandelion heads. Theo swung his magic brush and called out, "Dear wind, sweep 1, 2, 3 over to the apple tree meadow. Wrap it in dandelion umbrellas. Munchkin must not be seen." The wind blew strongly, and all the dandelion umbrellas danced across the meadow. Just like the fog had done before, they embraced Munchkin and hid him. Krexus could no longer find the little earthworm. Furious, the toad disappeared under her root. Relieved, the earthworm family retreated into the soil. The little apple tree, however, was glad that no earthworm had been hurt. His friends would continue to loosen the soil around his roots in the future.